Welcome students. In the last chapter, we have studied anything around us is matter and is made up of molecules. The molecules are combination of atoms of different elements or the same element. Today we are going to see Unit 4, Atomic Structure. Shall we move on to the lesson? Already we know that the smallest unit of an element is called atom. Atom is very small particle. Already we know that. An atom is the basic unit of a matter. Now we learn about how small is an atom. An atom is 1,000 times smaller than the thickest human hair. It has an average diameter is 1 into 10 power minus 9 meter. To understand atom size with the familiar things, we know pencil, red blood cell, virus and dust particle. Now you would imagine how small an atom. Yes, for example, pencil, red blood cell, human red blood cell, virus and dust particle. The diameter of pencil is 1 into 10 power minus 2 meter and red blood cell diameter is 1 into 10 power minus 4 meter. Virus diameter is 1 into 10 power minus 6 meter and dust particle diameter is 1 into 10 power minus 7 meter. So we can imagine how small an atom is. So atom is very small particle. Many scientists have studied the structure of the atom and advanced their theories about it. The first theory is Dalton's atomic theory. John Dalton proposed the atomic theory in the year 1808. He proposed that matter consists of very small particles which he named atoms. Dalton's atomic theories are: all matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Second, he proposed all atoms of a given element are like but are different from the atoms of any other element. Compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combine in fixed proportion. Fourth point is a chemical reaction involves a rearrangement of atoms, not a change in the atoms themselves. See here Dalton's model. Dalton model is atoms are the smallest division of matter. They cannot be divided. That is, an atom is smallest indivisible particle. It is spherical in shape. That is, hard and solid sphere. Once again I'll repeat. An atom is smallest indivisible particle. It is spherical in shape. That is, hard and solid sphere. Next, Dalton's theory does not propose anything about the positive and negative charges of an atom. Next theory is Thomson's theory. In 1897, J.J. Thomson proposed a different theory. He compared an atom to a watermelon. His theory proposed that the atom has positively charged part like the red part of the watermelon, and it is embedded like the seeds negatively charged particles which he called electrons. According to this theory, as the positive and negative charges are equal, the atom as a whole does not have any resultant charge. This theory proposed that the atom has positively charged part like the red part of the watermelon and negatively charged particles is seeds are negatively charged particles is called electrons. The Thomson's model of the atom is J.J. Thomson discovered the electron and knew that electrons could be emitted from matter. William Thomson proposed that atoms consist of small negative electrons embedded in a massive positive sphere. The electrons were like currents in a plum pudding. This is called the plum pudding model of the atom. The Thomson's atomic model is here. See watermelon. In this watermelon, the red part is positively charged particle and the seeds are negatively charged, that is electrons. So according to this theory, as the positive and negative charges are equal, the atom as a whole does not have any resultant charge. Thomson's greatest contribution was to prove the experimentation and extension of the negatively charged particles or electrons in an atom. So the last theory is Rutherford's theory. There were short combining is Thomson's theory. Ernest Rutherford gave a better understanding. Ernest Rutherford conducted an experiment. He bombarded a very thin layer of gold with positively charged alpha rays. He found that most of these rays, which travels at a great velocity, passed through the gold sheet without encountering any obstacles. A few are, however, only back from the sheet. See here, see this Rutherford's experiment. First, source of alpha particles. From the source of alpha particles, alpha rays pass through the thin sheet. Most of the alpha rays passes through the gold sheet. Some alpha rays only scattered. From this experiment, his opinion is the fact that most alpha particles pass through the gold sheet means that the atom consists mainly of empty space. The first point is atom consists mainly of empty space. Second thing, the part from which the positively charged particles are turned back is positively charged but very small in size as compared to the empty space. So he concludes from this experiment, alpha particles pass through the gold sheet means that the atom consists mainly of empty space. Second thing, the part from which the positively charged particle are turned back is positively charged but very small in size as compared to the empty space. So from this experiment, we consider an atom is center part is positively charged nucleus and outer part is negatively charged electrons. See the Rutherford's model. This is the Rutherford's atomic model. He considered if an atom, the center part of an atom is nucleus, that is positively charged. Another part is, that is orbit, is electrons. This is the Rutherford's atomic model. See next picture. This is an atom. He consider center part is nucleus part, that is positively charged nucleus. The outer part is orbit, that is this is the orbit. The orbit is electrons revolving the nucleus, that is negatively charged. Electrons charged is negatively charged. So from this model, atom consists mainly of empty space. Second thing, the part from which is positively charged particle or turned back is positively charged but very small in size as compared to the empty space. This is the stage of discovery of an atom. First one Dalton's model, second one Thomson's model, and third one Rutherford's model. See first one Dalton's model in a year of 1808. He said an atom hard and solid sphere. That is, an atom is smallest indivisible particle. It is spherical in shape. There is no that is, his theory does not propose anything about the positive and negative charges of an atom. Second one, Thomson's model. In the year of 1897, he explained watermelon like watermelon, atom like watermelon. Next, subatomic particles. The discoveries made during the 20th century proved that atoms, all elements, are made up of smaller components, that is, electron, proton, and neutron. These are the subatomic particles. An electron from hydrogen atom is no different from electron of carbon atom. See here, hydrogen atom and carbon atom. In the same manner, protons and neutrons of all elements also have same characteristics. These particles that make up the atom are called subatomic particles. The subatomic particles are electrons, protons, and neutrons. These three particles are subatomic particles. See the last picture. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. This is the subatomic particles. We know that. Protons. The protons is the positively charged particle and it's located in the nucleus. Its positive charge is of the same magnitude as that of the electron's negative charge. The protons has positive charge. Second one, electrons. Electrons is the negatively charged particle. Electrons revolve around the nucleus of the atom in the specific orbit. Next one, nucleus. Nucleus, that is neutron. Nucleus means the center part is nucleus. In the nucleus present protons and neutrons are present. The next subatomic particle is neutron. Neutron is inside the nucleus. The neutron does not have any charge. Excepting hydrogen, the nuclei of all atom contains neutrons. So, three particles are subatomic particles. First one, proton, neutron, and electron. Proton has positive charge and it's located in the nucleus. It has positive charge. Second, nucleus. Nucleus, that is neutron. Neutron is also present in nucleus, that is central part. It located in center part, but it does not have no charge. Third one, electron. Electron is negatively charged particles. Electrons revolve around the nucleus of the atom in the specific orbit. Next, charge and mass of the subatomic particles. The subatomic particles charges and mass are given in the table. The subatomic particles already we know that the subatomic particles are proton, electron, and neutron. Proton discovered Ernest Rutherford, and electron discovered Sir John Joseph Thomson, and third one, neutron discovered James Chadwick. The symbol of proton is P, electron is E, and the symbol of neutron is N. Charges. The charge of proton is positive charge, that is +1. The charge of electron is negative, that is -1. The charge of neutron is neutral, that is 0. Next one, the mass of the proton is 1.6726 into 10 power minus 27, and electron, mass of the electron is 9.1093 into 10 power minus 31, and last neutron, mass of the neutron is 1.6749 into 10 power minus 27. So, electron negatively charged subatomic particles, and proton positively charged subatomic particles, and neutron is no charge, that is neutral. So, symbol P, E, and N respectively. Charge is +1, -1, and neutral 0. So, these are the charge and mass of the subatomic particles. Next, shall we move on to the next topic? Next topic is atomic number. Atomic number is represented, that is denoted, the letter is Z, capital Z. The number of electrons or protons in an atom is called the atomic number of that atom. The number of electrons or protons in an atom is called the atomic number of that atom. It is represented by the letter Z. If we know the atomic number of an atom, we know that the number of electrons or protons in it. For example, hydrogen atom, helium atom and oxygen atom. The atomic number of hydrogen atom is 1. That is, the number of electrons or protons. In an atom, protons and electrons are the same number. So, here proton is 1 proton, so the atomic number, hydrogen atomic number is 1. Second one, helium atom. Helium atom atomic number is 2. That is proton. Here helium, in helium atom, proton has 2. That is helium atom have 2 protons. Third one, oxygen. Oxygen atomic number is 8 because oxygen has 8 protons. So atomic number of oxygen is 8. So the number of electrons or protons in an atom is called atomic number. The represented by the letter Z. So hydrogen, helium, oxygen atomic number is 1, 2 and 8. Next, mass number. Mass number or atomic mass. We have seen that the mass of an atom is concentrated in its nucleus. From this, we can get the atomic mass number. Mass number is represented by the letter capital A, is equal to the sum of the number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus. The formula is mass number. Number of neutrons plus number of protons equal to mass number. Mass number or atomic mass. The letter is represented by capital A, mass number. Proton, already we know that P, and neutron is N. So A equal to P plus N. That is mass number A equal to proton P plus neutron N. The sum of neutrons and protons is called mass number. For example, a lithium atom contains 3 protons and 4 neutrons. So that the atomic mass number is A equal to 3 plus 4 equal to 7. 7 is the mass number of lithium. Second example is sodium. In the sodium atom, there are 11 protons and 12 neutrons here. Hence, the atomic mass number is A equal to 11 plus 12 equal to 23. 23 is the mass number of the sodium. Element and their symbols with their atomic number and mass number are given here. The elements are hydrogen, helium, aluminium, oxygen and sodium. The symbol of hydrogen is H, symbol of helium is He, and symbol of aluminium is Al, oxygen symbol is O and sodium symbol is Na. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1 and proton is hydrogen in an hydrogen atom, protons present in 1 and neutrons is 0. So mass number of hydrogen is proton plus neutron. That is, here proton is 1 and neutron is 0. So mass number of hydrogen is 1. Next one, helium. Helium atomic number is 2. Proton is 2. Neutron is also 2. So mass number 2 plus 2 equal to 4. The mass number of helium is 4. Next one, aluminium. Aluminium atomic number is 13. So protons is present in aluminium 13 and neutrons is 14. In aluminium 14. So mass number of aluminium is 13 plus 14 equal to 27. Next one, oxygen. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. So protons present in oxygen is also 8 and neutrons also 8. So mass number of oxygen is 8 plus 8 equal to 16. Last one, sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11. So protons also 11 and neutrons is 12. So mass number of sodium is 11 plus 12 equal to 23. See given here. See the below. First one, hydrogen, example. Second one, helium. Third one, aluminium. And fourth one, oxygen. And last one, sodium. These are the element and their symbol with their atomic number and mass number. Next topic is valency. The combining capacity of the atoms to form molecules either with same or different elements is defined as valency. For example, sodium has 1 electron in its outermost shell, so the valency of sodium is 1. And another example is chlorine. Chlorine outermost shell has 2, 4, 6 and 7 atoms having in the last orbit, outermost orbit. So 1 electron chlorine want and finished the outermost cell. So the valency of chlorine is also 1. Examples of valency is when atoms of different elements combine with each other, then molecules of compounds are formed. In this instance, it is necessary to know the valencies of those elements. For example, sodium plus chlorine gives NaCl, sodium chloride. Valency of sodium is 1 and valency of chlorine also 1. Here the valencies of both sodium and chlorine are 1. Remember, the valency of element sodium is 1. The valency of element chlorine is also 1. The molecular formula will be symbol of elements NaCl. Molecular formula is also NaCl. Next example is magnesium, Mg plus chlorine Cl. 2 Mg plus Cl2 gives magnesium chloride, MgCl2. Here valency of magnesium is 2 and valency of chlorine also 1. Here the valency of magnesium is 2 and the valency of chlorine is 1. Thank you students. We'll meet the next session.